Alright, so this is my morning right now. The time now is literally 8:15. The very first time that I have ever woken up so early before. I woke up early because I was a little bit drunk and my piercings just started to bleed. This one specifically. Anyways, we're off and I got my Monster Energy drink and my vitamin C. And let's go and get some breakfast. I just want to go to the nearby Family Mart and that's it because I have to go out around like 9:30, so that only leaves us with about an hour or so to get breakfast and stuff. Yeah. So I got mapo tofu and something, and this is from the Family Mart, and I think there's very less people in the morning actually. Alright, so these are my Shinkansen tickets. It's about 1:30. So from Sendai to Omiya, and then Omiya to Takasaki. It's about a few minutes apart, but it's okay, it's fine. So the mapo tofu and everything was perfect. So the plan now is just to check out around 10. Hopefully I could leave my luggage at the hotel, and then I'll come back for it, and then I would just straight away go to, you know, the places. But I want to go to Kotodai and then around Sendai station for like about 3 hours, just walk around the malls and stuff. I think it'll be pretty cool because I've never been to Sendai, and it's about 1.5 hours. No, if you ever get a chance to come to Sendai, just come here for about a day or two. 2 nights will roughly be enough, really, because there's really nothing much here. There's nothing really much in Japan in general, but just overall as an experience, you really get a lot. Alright, so this is literally my room before and after. Look, it's so clean, right? Literally, this used to be such a mess, but now it's so clean. You know, I found out that my contact lens broke, the middle part broke, and I don't know what to do about it. You know, I'm kind of like on the fence of like, should I get a new one or like, what should I do? I really don't know. So I'm like, shit, how much does it cost on average, and do I need a prescription, so on and so forth, because I'm quite fucked. Alright, so right now we are just walking to some place. I don't know, any place is better than here. My right eye's contact lens, the center part broke. It tore. Like, I have contact lenses that has tore on me, right? But I still worn them because I have no choice. But this tore in the center and it fucking hurts. Alright, so right now I'm blind as fuck. Like, literally my right eye, I can't see anything. It's literally very blurry. My vision is super duper bad. So right now we're going to Sendai station. Hopefully one of the 3 or 5 malls have a contact lens shop, because like only my right eye, the center tore, and it's really bad. Alright, so right now I'm just killing time till 1 p.m. Alright, since we cannot go to Haruna Mountain, I thought that maybe we could use the 2,500 yen to maybe spend it on food, you know? So this is a steak, and this is just sauce and the rice. Dude, literally Gunma has the best food ever. Literally, you should really come and check out the food in the Takashi station. It's really good. This is literally the lights, their version of the pageant lights. It's not even 60,000, just like literally, I find it a little bit overhyped. Dude, this place is so depressing. Like, they have no lights and their starlight pageants like this, and then you get a tree like that. Dude, it's like you're expecting a cover model and then you get some BBW trends guy. It's like, Jesus Christ. Dude, I know they're at least making an effort, but like, dude, your city got no lights. Your lamp lights are so dim that literally my iPhone has more lights than this. And you know, like, after walking around, I kind of understand why Japanese people that are living in Tokyo or so on and so forth, living in like villages like Fukuoka or something like that, or even Gunma, I realize like why they would prefer to go to Tokyo or like go to Kyoto, Osaka for a vacation. I mean, this is pretty sad. Alright, this is at least a little bit better. You just follow the lights till the end, and then you get this very, very pretty, like, I don't know, this is a river actually, but they just put out lights. It's really beautiful and it's quite smart. The reason why is they use the reflectiveness of the pool to give this a more aesthetic look. And then behind all the trees, you could actually see a little bit bigger Christmas tree. This reminds me of the Tokyo Meguro bridge. It's like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. And also the one thing that I don't really like about this place is so quiet and so dark, and also there's like literally close to no one. Dude, I don't know what to say. Like, literally, if someone were to like fart, you would hear it. That's how quiet this place is. This is the only light pretty much they have, and I'm literally in the heart of Gunma, you could say so. I'm like in Takasaki, somewhere around here, right? And this is considered the like Tokyo, the Shibuya of Gunma, and it's fucking depressing. They got no light. Dude. It's like 5:30 and there's no one. There's like literally no one on the streets. There's like even Sendai got people on the streets. Like in like this is like Sendai around like 11 plus 12. There's like 1 a.m. stuff. I can't even imagine what's it like over here during 1 a.m. I'm like, god damn. Alright, so we're just gonna like roam around here, I guess. There's no big shopping malls, as the guy said previously. There's no big shopping malls around here. There's literally nothing much, The main part is all like at Takasaki, somewhere there, in Takasaki Kanon, which a girl recommended me. I was like, yeah, I don't know what that is, I don't know what that is, but I would like to know. I really would. Dude, if this is the heart of Gunma, I really don't know what I would say. Right, so I don't know if you could see it, but this is like this. They're literally, in Singapore we have a little something like this in Orchard Road. Yeah, in Orchard Road, right, or like in Marina Bay Sands. There's like something like this, but it's so short. It's less than 100 meters. At least Singapore's one is like at least 100 meters. You know what I mean? Dude, this is I don't know what to say, man. Their Christmas vibes, like. In Tokyo or like somewhere anywhere else, people will be flooding around here. I could count the number of people with both of my hands. There's like 2 over there, and about 3 in front, to like another few. It's like literally so less people around here. It's really, nothing much. And like I don't know what to say. There's literally like I don't know. This place is depressing. And like how usually like couples will celebrate Christmas, get that Christmas vibe. I know Christmas is over, but the number of couples I saw here, dude, like oh my gosh, that's so depressing too. The number of couples over here, after walking like from Takasaki Mall to I don't know where the hell I am. I'm like around here. The number of couples is only like what? 1. I'm not even fucking kidding. You know what I mean? It's just that Jesus Christ, this place is depressing as fuck. They got no lights. And you think I'm fucking with you? They got no lights. And usually, when light pollution is less, there should be stars. Nigga, there's no stars over here. Where's the stars? And like Singapore, the population is small in Singapore, right? About 5 million? 2.5? I have no fucking clue. Anyways, dude, everywhere I go in Singapore have more people than the people here on the streets. I'm like, this is something new. It's not a culture shock, but it's a shock in like a very different sense. The street goes on, it's an L-shaped street. But you know how me and my friends, right? My 3 dumb fuck friends, we could always enlighten the situation, right? But I highly doubt that even if 3 of my friends came here, we came as a group, I highly doubt we would have fun. Like we do stupid shit and stuff, but I don't know how we would enlighten this. Like literally, there's nothing here to be enlightened about. Alright, so this will be our dinner. Okay, I would like to say that everything over here is very delicious. It's actually they got awarded for like the top 5, one of the best top 5 restaurants in Gunma. So usually I hate eating this, right? But over here, I don't know how they made it, but it's so delicious. It really is. In Singapore, I hate eating this, but over here it's so delicious. And that is the salmon, and then this too. This is actually recommended. I don't know what it is, but it's actually very delicious. And this one too, the salmon, everything, it's great. This is what they're known for. This is their prawn, right? And it's literally, the smell itself is so mouth-watering, and I just can't wait to dig in. It's gonna be so good. So it's so fat and so tender and so juicy, bro. I highly recommend here, and I highly recommend eating this. Dude, this is so juicy, literally so big, and it's just like half of it only. It's really juicy, meaty, and delicious. So this costs about 850 yen, and it's worth every penny. Trust me, it's really truly worth every penny. Like, you get like 2 big meat, juicy, barbecued, delicious. Alright, so I've gotten all I wanted to get, like snack-wise. Now we have to get 2 smeared off, and then let's go back to the hotel. Apparently the mall closes around 8 for Takashimaya, and for Aeon it's a little bit later, but majority of the stuff closes around like 8 or 9, which is like severely, yeah, I guess would be about normal time, I guess. Alright, so you already know how the day went. I gamed the Gunma, I just do stuff in general. The food was great. It was actually unplanned. I wanted to go to Haruna, but Haruna is a mountain, and there is no way to access to Haruna. The only way is through a vehicle, by bus or by a cab. A cab would cost about $200 round trip. It's too expensive, and I cannot afford that. So I just couldn't do it. So I just never did. Pretty much. So right now my plan is maybe I could just walk around a little bit more because all the malls are closed. For sure they're closed because it's around like 10. Wait, give me a moment. Yeah, it's around 10:14, so all the malls are closed for sure. What could I do? Now, anyways, this is Gunma. Gunma is not like Tokyo. You could walk around in the midnight and everything. Literally, I'll show you guys the window in just a moment, but literally there's nothing you could do. You just have to like sit in your hotel room, watch TV, and that is pretty much it. You could only watch TV, and that's the only thing I could do for right now. And then maybe tomorrow we could go touch some rabbits. Really depends, because I got a pamphlet and I just wanted to go to like a nature park or something. I don't think it will take a whole day, but like hopefully see how tomorrow will go, since tomorrow's our last night in Gunma. Oh no, I got an ash. Anyways, tomorrow's my last night in Gunma, so I want to like make sure I spend it quite well. So after that, I'll go to Wakayama. We would take about 6 hours. Now 6 hours is really a long time, so I would roughly wake up at around 7, reach Wakayama at around, I don't know, maybe 12 or 1, and then see what they provide. I mean, Wakayama seems like a good place, you know what I mean? So like, it's decent. It looks decent on the map, so I'm like, yeah, let's give it a try. Why not? It's only one night, and after that I think I'm going to Nagoya, so it's okay, I guess. In a sense, it's a very long trip. I'm also like a little bit tired, but anyways, I'll go out, walk around. That's pretty much it for tonight, I guess. Alright, so this is literally the view of Takasaki Station. So over there, that is the Shinkansen, the JR subway, the trains, whatever line that is. That is a JR station and a mall, and that is another mall, and behind that, that's Aeon Mall. So that mall is called QPQ, and that's the newly built mall, which I went to and had the steak. And then behind there, there's Aeon Mall, and behind there, which you can't really see, this Takashimaya, and then over there you got Nexus. These are pretty much the few malls over here, and then behind there you got the hotel, Metropolitan Hotel, and then that's pretty much Takasaki. Really, there's really nothing much around here. That's pretty much it. But the good thing about this hotel is definitely you don't have to worry about safety and everything, because the police is just there. So that's pretty much it. Now what I do think the hotel needs is better facilities, like just better facilities in general. You know, there's really nothing much over here actually. Alright, so now we are late at night, and there's usually around stores. But the thing is, the stores usually are either 24 hours and fucking overpriced, or, you know, they're like really far. But yeah, so far, you just usually barbecue and just beer and stuff. Usually around like 800 to 700 yen, I guess you could say so. Now back to the hotel. I think it's like they're lacking in like 2 major facilities, which is like a lounge and a PC corner that's really optional, but mainly a lounge, and a smoking room, I guess. Now in Gunma, you don't need to worry about hotels, like you get a shitty place, a hotel or something like that, because there's already like 5 hotels that walk past, and it's a pretty great location actually. And I think this Toyoko hotel might be better than mine actually. It's well designed and everything. So like, yeah. The thing is, the room that they gave me, right, a single person room. I'm claustrophobic to a certain extent, so I can't really, you know, be in a small fucking place confined for too long. Now that being said, the room is really cramped, like to the point that everybody has this complaint at APA. So it's just that the room itself is not big enough for me to like lay down my luggage. I have to put my luggage standing up. And just so you know, do you know how fucked up or how small a room is if you can't even lay down your luggage? I have to make sure it's standing up. And that's just pretty much sums up the whole thing. There's no walking room. There's no walking room at all. There's no walking space. You know, there's literally nothing. If you were to really ask for my 2 cents on the whole hotel room, I am really glad that I just only stayed there for 2 nights, and really thank God I only stayed there for 2 nights, because I would rather be in the lounge, the so-called lounge with just chairs on it, with no tables at all. I'd rather just be at the lounge than be at my room, because that fucking space makes me feel comfortable. If you're claustrophobic, or if you are a little bit claustrophobic, you will not like the room. In the photo, you roughly see the room itself, but it's not to the point that you get a very clear idea, you know. But I'll show you the room later, and you will know why I hate the room. I'm not claustrophobic, but to a certain extent, after I met my room, I'll be like, yeah, fuck it, I am claustrophobic. I wasn't even kidding about my room. Look how narrow this is. Literally, just look. This is narrow as fuck. Okay, it's literally narrow, and this is the room itself. It's so small, literally.